I welcome everybody to Yarborough Stadium here at Solano Community College. The Solano Mudcats will have a doubleheader today against the Packers. They were just in Healdsburg yesterday to open up the series, and today they'll have the final two games here right at home. As here's the first pitch of the ball game, and it is in there for a called strike.
First pitch, 11, 12, and 10 seconds.
My name is Ryan Irwin. I will be doing the play-by-play announcing for both games today. So here's the 0-1 pitch, and this one is hit into center field, going over to his left to making the catch, and there's one out. That was Hall out in center field making the play, and that's how this game gets started. This one is hit high and deep into right field, and going back is the right fielder, and he'll make the catch. 2 outs. Gave that one a pretty good ride, but it'll be allowed out number 2.
With 2 out, that brings up the designated hitter, number 4, Trevian Martinez.
DJ Anderson is the starting pitcher on the mound today for the Solano Mudcats. The defensive alignments for the infield will be Coyote at third, Caden Witten, he's the starting shortstop, and Tyler Crudo will be at second, and Zach Goldenberg is over at first base, and Wexler will be behind the plate. Rafael Hall's in center field. It looks like Bartram is in right. This one is hit hard right to the second baseman, Tyler Crudo, and he'll throw over to Goldenberg, and that'll end the inning. So 1-2-3 first half of the inning for the Mudcats. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Welcome back to the broadcast. Bottom of the first inning. Caden Witten is the leadoff hitter for the Mudcats, as he looks like a first pitch fastball in there for strike 1. The lineup's going to go like this. So Caden Witten's leading things off right now. as he looks at look like an off-speed pitch off the plate, 1-1. Witten's your leadoff hitter, followed by Crudo, Garcia, Goldenberg, and Bartram, Mason Kelly, Dante Coyote, Wexler, Hall to round out the batting order. As Witten looks at strike 2. The count will be 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one high and away.
Yeah, sometimes if you move it,
This one comes in, and it almost looked like a hit Witten, but he just gets out of the way. Count will be 2-2. Two and two, the count. And that is on the inside corner. Tough call. Caden Witten's down on strikes looking. He thought it was ball 4. Count was full 3-2. So here is Tyler Crudo.
what's going on, and you do a good job of that.
Crudo on the ground to short. Here's the throw to first, and a nice play from the shortstop. 2 outs. So Crudo's down on 1 pitch. He hit it hard, but it went right at the shortstop.
Put your hands together for
So here's Max Garcia with 2 outs. So here's Max Garcia. And he looks at a good fastball in there for strike 1. Solano Mudcats lost yesterday against the Packers in Healdsburg as Garcia hits one foul down the right field line. So quick 0-2. So we'll look to try and possibly win both games today and win the series. Oh and 2 to Garcia. And he hits one foul. Here's the 0-2. And did he go? No. 1-2. It's been nothing but fastballs in this at-bat to Max Garcia. Here's the 1-2. And that looked like a changeup in the dirt. Two and 2 the count. Here's the pitch. And that is low and inside. Count will run full, 3-2.
Got 40 days landing.
3-2, and this one's chopped on the ground to third. Over to get is the third baseman. He'll throw on to first. That'll end the inning. So 1-2-3 inning. Down goes the Mudcats. We'll head to the top of the second. It's 0-0.
Campbell.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Top of the second inning. It's 0-0. Here's the first pitch from Anderson, and this one has popped up. See if it's playable. Coming over is Zach Goldenberg, and he will watch it bounce into the Packers dugout. Came all the way over. It almost looked like he was going to go into the Packers dugout to try to make the play. But that'll be a foul ball, so the count will be 0-1. Here's the 0-1, and that is on the outside corner, strike 2. Oh-2 pitch. This one is a broken bat hit right to Tyler Crudo in shallow right field. He'll make the play. 2 outs.
Is that a pop-up?
Will be 1 out. Jumping
Next
a little
up,
too
first
far
baseman,
ahead
number
here.
12, Matthew Awesomeforth.
So with 1 out, here's the first pitch. And a swing and a miss. 0-1. That just exploded for the first out. Nothing but the handle was remaining. The entire barrel flew over towards the Mudcats dugout. As this one is popped up, and that'll head out of play. 0-2.
That foul ball was brought to you by the Dirty Fish Podcast.
The bat boy today, his name is Landon. He's holding the rest of the bat over in the dugout right now for the Mudcats. So here's the 0-2, and this was chopped foul. Oh, and 2. DJ Anderson delivers. This one's also hit out of play.
That foul ball was brought to you by Click the Music Mobile DJ.
Oh, just go get him.
Here's the 0-2. This one is chopped foul over towards the right side of the infield. Count will remain 0-2. Here's the 0-2. And fouled straight back to the screen. Anderson comes set. Once again, here's the 0-2. That misses low. Here's the 1-2. And that's in the dirt. The count will be 2-2. Here's the 2-2. And that misses low, so great at bat. Count moves to 3-2. Three and two pitch. This one is hit high and deep and foul down the right field line.
Think he was sitting fastball?
Really humid day today. It's only 79 degrees right now, but it feels a lot warmer. Here's the 3-2. This one is fouled away, so a very long at bat.
That foul ball is brought to you by Early Morning Bail Bonds.
That was 11?
11 pitch battle. And at this point, DJ Anderson is just throwing all fastballs right now. He has tried to throw 2 off-speed pitches, and they both ended up in the dirt. On 3-2, we'll see if he goes back to one of the breaking balls. And he does, and he misses low. So great at bat. But that sets up the double play possibility if you're the Mudcats.
Next up, catcher
really
number
good at bat.
25, Tommy Brown.
Tommy Brown steps in the box and he flips one on the ground. Witten to Crudo over to first and a double play. Just like how I predicted it. So that'll end the inning. We head to the bottom of the second. It's 0-0. Welcome back to the broadcast. Bottom of the second inning, Zach Goldenberg will lead things off as he looks at a fastball off the plate. Some great defense last inning from the Mudcats. A 12-pitch battle against one of the Packers hitters, and then they turned a double play right after that on the very first pitch to the next batter. So DJ Anderson worked out of that little jam that he got into. Threw a lot of pitches, but he was able to get out of it. So the count is 1-1 to Goldenberg, and he kind of half swings and misses 1-2. One and two to Goldenberg. And holds back here on pretty good breaking ball. Count will be 2-2. 2-2 pitch. And fastball just off the inside corner. So 3-2 is the count. Here's the 3-2. Goldenberg fouls it away. Goldenberg takes a fastball off the plate, and that'll be a leadoff walk. And that'll bring up Derek Bartram. So here's Bartram. The leadoff runner is at Goldenberg at first base. And Bartram takes a fastball in there for strike one. Here's the 0-1. This one's hit in the hole to short. Shortstop will make a nice play, and it's dropped by the second baseman. They had the out. They had Goldenberg beat to the bag, but the second baseman just couldn't hold on to the ball, so everybody is safe. And here comes Mason Kelly. So here's Mason Kelly now with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. And this one is off the inside corner. One out to Kelly, and Kelly chops one down the third base line and foul. Here's the 1-1. Kelly into the gap, and that's going to be extra bases. That ball was just rifled off the wall. Coming in to score is Goldenberg. Getting sent home is Derek Bartram, and he'll score. And that is a 2 RBI double for Mason Kelly, and his great season continues. It's 2-0 Mudcats. So that ball was absolutely rifled off the bat of Mason Kelly. Exit velocity 101 into the gap. Brings home the first 2 runners of the day. So it's 2-0, and there's still nobody out. As Dante Coyote will step in as he looks at a first pitch breaking ball in the dirt. Here's the 1-0. And that one misses off the plate. Some of these fastballs on the inside corner are not missing by a whole lot. Just about to Coyote hits one to third. Third baseman will look back Kelly, and he'll throw out Coyote at first.
Wexler.
One out.
So here's Cruz Wexler. Just about to bring up Mason Kelly's season so far before that hammering 2 RBI double. So he had 349 on the year in 16 games played. He's got 5 home runs, and he had 23 RBIs before driving in those 2 runs, and now he has 25 RBIs on the year. So he's had a really good season for the Solano Mudcats. As Wexler swings through a healthy fastball.
Up to.
Oh.
That's what you're looking at.
Gutierrez, the pitcher for the Packers, he's up to 92 miles an hour on his fastball. So he has a good, healthy fastball. So here's the 0-2. And a surprise curveball looped into shallow left field and will just be at the edge of the grass where it meets the dirt. Third baseman's got it, 2 outs, and here comes Raphael Hall. So Hall will step up to the plate. Mason Kelly, the runner in scoring position. 2 runs in here. So fastball misses off the plate. And Hall hits one into left center field, and that's going to get down. That ball was also smoked into left center field, and Mason Kelly comes around to score, and it's 3-0 Mudcats. So that'll bring up Caden Witten, the leadoff hitter. That pitch is off the plate. So it's clear today that the umpire is not in favor of that inside pitch because a lot of these pitches look borderline and they're not being called strikes on the inside part of the plate. Witten swings through a fastball 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Witten fouls one out of play.
That ball is brought to you by Sassoon, Fairfield, Sassoon Bass Reapers.
Here's the 1-2. Runner's going. This one's in the dirt, and there's not going to be a throw. So Hall is in there with the stolen base standing up, and that puts another runner in scoring position for the Mudcats. And with Hall's excellent speed over at second, just a little base hit into the outfield should be enough to score. There will not be a base hit. There'll be a strikeout. Witten is down on strikes, and that'll end the inning. But 3 runners come across the score. We'll head to the top of the third. It's 3-0 Mudcats. Welcome back to the broadcast. Top of the third inning, DJ Anderson remains out there on the mound for the Mudcats. He's been really good to start out the game so far as he fires in a first pitch strike. 3 runs crossed home plate last inning for the Mudcats. Some hard hit balls. Rafael Hall had an RBI single and Mason Kelly smashed a 2 RBI double. Both went into left center field. This one's hit into the hole. Nice play from Witten. Bounces off his glove over to Crudo. And it won't be in time to get the runner, but a nice effort from Caden Witten.
Hit?
That'll be a
Next up,
leadoff
second baseman,
base
number 22,
hit.
Michael
I would call that
Ostenfort.
You wouldn't? Because that's not a regular play.
Leadoff runner at first for the Packers. And there's the first pitch. And that one misses high. Mudcats have already turned 1 double play today. Be nice to see them turn another one here. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. And that was the home run swing right there. That was the one swing that you get per at bat that you get during a game. I don't know about per at bat, but depending on who you are. Here's the 1-1. Runner's going. Here's the throw down from Wexler. And the runner will be in there safely. Throw was a little bit offline from Wexler. It wasn't a bad throw, though, but speed of the runner, he got in there safely, so that eliminates the double play. But the count will be 1-2. Ostenfort.
Yeah. Other Ostenfort.
Michael Ostenfort is the batter. 1-2, and this one's chopped on the ground over the first. Goldenberg's got to get over there, and he does. TJ Anderson was right in his way trying to cover the bag, but Goldenberg made the play. Him and Anderson are going to exchange some laughs
Next up,
over there.
shortstop, number 11, Matthew Mansbury.
Goldenberg had to kind of step in front of Anderson and kind of push him out of the way to make that play. But they'll get an out there, but the runner will move over to third. So with 1 out for the Packers, there's a runner in scoring position. Anderson's first delivery. This one's hit down the line and just foul.
Let me go get first names. These guys.
Here's the 0-1. This one is hit high and foul over towards the right side. That one went way out of play. Quick 0-2. Anderson's been really good at working out of the jams today that he's been in. Hasn't been in a whole lot. Here's the 0-2. This one is chopped on the ground to Coyote. We'll see if he goes home. He does, and the tag is right there, and they got him. Great play from Dante Coyote. And without hesitation, he got that high chopper and went
Next up, center fielder,
kind of
number
a
15,
sidearm
Watson.
throw right to Cruz Wexler, and the tag was right there. So a great play, and there are 2 outs.
Fielder's choice for the other guy.
So 2 outs now. Runner at first for the Packers. Anderson's first pitch, and fastball misses high. Count will be 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike one. Fastball blew it right by him. Counts 1-1. One and one pitch, swing and a miss, strike two. This one looked like an off-speed pitch. May have been Anderson's changeup. 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Got him to chase the fastball off the plate. That'll end the inning. So some great defense from the Mudcats, some great pitching from DJ Anderson. We'll head to the bottom of the third. It's 3-0. Welcome back to the broadcast. We're in the bottom of the third inning, and I'm joined by Jeff Matlock, who'll be doing some of the color alongside me today, as Tyler Crudo will step in and lead things off, and he looks at a first pitch curveball off the plate. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Crudo swings through a healthy fastball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1, and strike two. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one's fouled straight back to the screen. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Crudo hits one into center field, and it's in the park. Coming in as the center fielder. 1 out. So Max Garcia will step in. He looks at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Garcia hits one down the line, and that'll be foul. Bouncing up right behind the Packers bullpen down the right field line, so count will be 0-1.
Since your left and she'll write all this stuff
Garcia
down.
hits one, and it's fair down the right field line, and it'll get cut off. I'm also joined by color commentator Antonio Harris too, so we have a full crew today.
Yes, we do, Ryan. Yes, we do.
As Zach Goldenberg steps in and looks at a breaking ball missing off the plate. So here's the 1-0. And a swing and a miss, strike one. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike two. This one is fouled away. Well, Goldenberg on the year for the Mudcats. He's had a good season. He's hit 384 in 18 games played. He has 4 home runs, 24 RBIs driven in. So here's the 1-2. Looks at a fastball, misses just above the belt. 2-2. Two pitch, and hits one right off the thumbs over to second, flipping over to the shortstop to first, and they got him. So great play from the Packers. That'll end the inning. We'll head to the top of the 4th. It's 3-0 Mudcats. Welcome back to the broadcast. Top of the 4th inning. 3-0 the Mudcats lead. These are double headers today, so they're 2 7-inning games. So we're just about halfway through as this one is popped up on the first pitch over towards third base. Coyote's calling it, and he just has to wait for it to come down, and it does, and it lands right in his glove. 1 out. E.J. Anderson's had a really good start today.
Designated hitter number 4, Trevian Martinez.
Of course, it helps when you have really good defense behind you. Really good plays from Dante Coyote. They've turned a double play. So far, when the Packers have gotten runners on, they haven't really been able to do much with it. Anderson comes set. Here's the first pitch, and that one misses high with the fastball. 1-0. One and no pitch, and a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Here's the 1-1. This one bounces to home plate. It's going to get the baseball.
Should that be the bat boy's job or a player's job?
Here's the 2-1. That one misses high. 3-1. So this is really the first time today where Anderson has been behind in the count. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and that misses inside, ball 4. So Packers draw a 1-out walk.
Next up, third baseman number 2, Cade Campbell.
Here's the first pitch, and that misses off the plate. Here's the 1-0. Misses inside, and it gets away from Wexler. So that'll allow the runner to move up 90 feet into scoring position. And Wexler's going to call time from the umpire, and we'll get our first Mudcat meeting on the mound today. So they'll use one of their meetings. Count is 2-0. So Anderson comes set on 2-0. Here's the pitch. Just misses high. 3-0. Here's the 3-0 pitch. This one is hit high into center field. Hall backing up. Looks like he's got a beat on it. He does. The runner will tag up to third, but nice out there, and there are 2 outs. Coach Stafford will come out and he'll take the ball from DJ Anderson. So that'll be Anderson's last pitch that he throws. And he had a really good outing. Didn't give up any runs, struck out a few, only gave up a few hits. So we'll get a pitching change. And we'll let you know who that is as soon as we come back after this. Welcome back after the pitching change. Gabe Navarrete will take over on the mound for the Solano Mudcats. Runner at third with 2 outs. There's a first pitch, like either a changeup or a curveball is in there for strike 1. Kind of just floated in there.
Yeah. We've called a couple of those during the Falcon season.
Yeah.
Kai Koizumi's changeup.
There's the 0-1 and fastball off the plate, 1-1.
He just drops in like a curveball.
Yeah.
And we kept second guessing ourselves. We even asked him on the broadcast one day. Asked him if it was a 12-6 or a changeup, and he said no, that's a changeup. So
here's the 1-1, and that looked like a slider. Misses down below the zone. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that one just misses. 3-1.
it looked like that pitch right there was in the same spot as the first pitch that was called a strike. I don't know if it was just outside a little bit or just a little bit more outside, but
Here's the 3-1. This one is popped up into shallow center field. Right center field coming over and making the catch, and colliding is Bartram and Hall, but I think Bartram made the catch. And yes, he did, so that'll end the inning. And it also looks like they're both okay. So some of the players have come off the field. Goldenberg and now the rest of them are coming off the field. I think they just wanted to make sure that
They were okay.
both of them were okay, and it looks like they are. So a nice play. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. It's 3-0. Welcome back to the broadcast. A new pitcher out there for the Packers. It'll be the right-hander Peter Storjahan.
Common spelling.
Thank you, Jeff.
Sorry for butchering the name right there.
Hopefully we didn't butcher it, but it wouldn't be the first time that I have butchered a name on a broadcast.
We've butchered names before, but
Yeah.
Pitching for the Blue Packers, number 33. Pitch
Count is
Peter
1-1 after that
Storjahan.
ball was hit out of play. Here's the 1-1. And this one is also hit out of play, so the count will be 1-2. There's our ball boy running across the screen.
Landon, go get him, Landon. Great hustle. Kid's rocking the baseball pants and everything in a Mudcats jersey today as well.
Put him in the lineup.
And his cleats. He's so fast as a bat boy, he needs cleats.
1-2 to Bartram. Bartram into center field. And this will land right in the center fielder's glove. 1 out.
send him in as a pinch runner.
Here comes Mason Kelly. So Mason Kelly will step up to the plate. His last at bat, he had a 101 exit velocity rocket into left center field. As this one bounces up in front of home plate, and the count will be 1-0. He knocked in 2 RBIs, and 2 runners on the hard double in his last at bat. He swings and misses here, 1-1.
I'll tell you, Ryan, watching these guys take BP, Mason Kelly is a little deceiving. Almost looks like he's late on pitches, even in BP. but he has super fast hands. And that shows from some of his at-bats during games. I think he's 4th or 5th in the league right now with home runs at 5. So definitely has quick hands to catch up.
Yeah. He's one of the more premier hitters in this PEL this season. So here's the 1-2. Couldn't get the bat back in time as he fouls this one off. He's definitely a staple in the middle part of this order for the Solano Mudcats, and he's really established himself as a really good hitter in this lineup. Plays just about every single day. And so here's the 1-2, and he chases that pitch off the plate, so he'll be down on strikes, 2 outs. So here's Coyote. So he looks at a fastball low. Here's the 1-0. And Coyote bounces one over towards the pitcher, and he'll flip over to first. That'll end the inning. So 1-2-3 inning, and we'll head to the top of the 5th. It's 3-0 Mudcats. Welcome back to the broadcast. Top of the 5th inning. Navarrete will remain in the game as Tommy Brown will lead things off. He grounded into a double play in his first at-bat. It was a inning-ending double play as Navarrete floats a beautiful breaking ball in there for strike 1.
And if not,
again,
there's nothing else I can do.
I don't know what that pitch is.
When he pitches for the Falcons, he has that same pitch. When he did pitch for the Falcons.
Well, you'll just have to.
Yeah, because he's a sophomore.
Yeah. And that looks like a slider hit into foul territory. Zach Goldenberg looks like he's got it. 1 out.
Next up, left fielder, number 13, Will Van Wee.
Okay. So Will Van Wee will step up to the box. This doubleheader, Coach Stafford is going to really have to hope that some of his pitchers can hold out for some long innings, as this one is hit down the line. Goldenberg can't get to it.
Back going.
And now he's going to throw it back to first, and he's just in there safely. Van Wee seemed like he was that sure of if Goldenberg was going to be able to pick it up and throw it back
Next
that
up, second
fast.
baseman,
Goldenberg
number
turned around and
22,
almost threw him out.
Michael
That's something you don't see a lot, Ryan. Like, especially on the blooper hits like that, you don't see a lot of, especially if the runner rounding first base rounds the base,
Yeah.
will automatically go back. He didn't think Goldenberg was going to get to that in time.
And one of the things, too, as a runner, you don't really see the runner take that turn as if he's planning on going to second, especially with something that shallow down the
Yeah.
right field line. He's most of the time is going to be running through the bag to just get the single. But he came around that bag, and he almost went off way too far. This one is hit high and deep down the line, and that is way foul, and
Behind the
I'm not even sure where that ended up.
Behind the cages.
The count will be 1-1. Here's the 1-1. This one is hit into the gap. Coming over to cut it off is Hall. And that'll be a single. He'll throw it back into third. So that puts runners at first and second with one out for the Packers.
Next up, shortstop, number 11, Matthew Mansberry.
That breaking ball was up from Navarrete. Nice piece of hitting from
Man, no, that's not
Ozenfort.
Michael Ossenfort, two brothers on the team.
Yeah.
Michael and Matthew. One outfielder, one infielder.
Are they twins?
I'm not sure.
Well, that's really cool to see two brothers on the same team. As this one is hit into right field. Coming back on it is Bartrom. He's got it. And he'll throw it in. So there's two outs now. Runner tagged up, and the runners will be at the corners now.
Next up, center fielder, number 15, Rex Watson.
Oh, that'll bring us to the top of the order for the Packers. Rex Watson, the left-handed hitter, will step up to the plate. He has a chance to drive in the Packers' first runner of the day. They've had runners on in scoring position a lot today. They just haven't been able to come through with that big hit yet. As Navarrete will step off here. Here's the pitch from Navarrete. Floats in a good breaking ball. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. I believe that's his changeup.
Yeah.
Because I remember asking him when he was with the Falcons what pitch that was, because I always thought it was a 12-6 curveball because of the straight.
Too, yeah.
But I remember, I could be wrong, but I remember asking him, I remember him saying that it was his changeup. It has a lot of bite that goes straight down. It kind of looks like a 12-6 curveball. A lot of these kids nowadays, they have a lot of different variations of a changeup. You have the kick changeup, which has become really famous, as this one is fouled straight back. Noticeably got famous because Tarek Skubal made it famous, and then he kind of passed it around the league. He passed it I'm going to go to the Giants. He passed it to Hayden Birdsong, and now Robbie Ray throws it. And I'm sure it's being used at the college level as well.
By Jackson Flora.
Jackson Flora does use it. As this one's hit into center field, and that'll be the Packers' first run of the day. Change up, and it was up. So Watson gets the RBI single, and that'll make it 3-1.
Next up, right fielder, number 14, Dane Morrow.
So Dave Morrow. Dane Morrow. Left-handed hitter as he chases the first pitch changeup. 0-1. 2 outs. Alvaradi's going to look to try to just get off the field here. Here's the 0-1. This one is hit into left field. Kelly's got a beat on it. He'll camp right underneath it. That'll end the inning. Packers get one back, though. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 3-1 Mudcats. Welcome back to the broadcast. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cruz Wexler will lead things off for the Mudcats as he looks at a pitch in the dirt. Count will be 1-0. It's 3-1 Mudcats lead. And game 1 of 2 of a doubleheader today. For those that are either already here or are going to try and make it to the second game is going to start about 40 to 45 minutes after the final out of this game. But it could change as Wexler swings and misses. The count will be 1-2.
There is someone warming up in the Mudcats bullpen. Looks like number 3.
Looks like Christian Rambo is warming up in the bullpen as Wexler looks at a high fastball, misses. 2-2.
Borderline ball.
Sure. That looked like a strike. I think the pitcher wanted it too.
Yeah.
2-2, and this one misses high.
That one's a little higher.
Count run full.
Credit to Cruz Wexler for not swinging at that pitch before that
Yeah.
one. Hard ball to lay off of on a 2-strike count.
Especially that close to the strike zone.
Yes.
3-2. And that's called strike 3. Wexler didn't agree, but he's down looking. 1 out. And that'll bring up Raphael Hall. So here's Raphael Hall as he swings and chases the first pitch fastball in the dirt. His last at bat, he had an RBI single. He hit one into left center field. And he goes the other way again and hits one down the line and foul.
That foul ball is brought to you by Republic Services.
The trash company?
Yes.
Okay.
Skibeck has worked there for over 30 years. And they're a great sponsor of the Mudcats.
This one chopped on the ground hard and past the glove of the first baseman. He just couldn't make the play. He was kind of playing up towards the bag, not in front of the first base bag, but he was playing a little bit closer towards the infield grass than normal. And that ball was just rocketed down the line, and the first baseman couldn't come up with it.
Number 17.
So here's the leadoff hitter for the Mudcats, Caden Witten. Hall leading off at first, swing and a miss. Witten.
Hall's always a threat on the base. Had a stolen base his last at bat where he got on after that RBI single, but he is always a threat to steal a base when he's on.
The pickoff attempt. This time Hall back in there diving, but he's safe.
And the pitcher must have hurt us with another pickoff attempt.
Yeah.
Hall doesn't look too good. He's grabbing his
Right rib area.
right, yeah, like Antonio was saying, lower right rib cage area. He came back on the bag hard. This one is hit foul down the right field line. Yeah, Hall has 8 stolen bases on the year. I don't have it up. I don't have it up with me, but from what I remember, I'm trying to count the last few stolen bases that he's had. He has 8 on the year. He's one of the faster runners on this Mudcats team. When he gets on base, he's always a threat to steal. This one misses way off the plate.
Now, Ryan. The last game I did, we had the first base umpire tell I don't know who they were playing. They had two of their players were laying down in the grass. They had to tell them to get up and move off the field, go back to the bullpen bench. I'm trying to figure out why these umpires haven't told them to do that yet.
Well, my guess is when they see them, they're probably going to say something. Maybe they just haven't seen them. And Hall is going. And this one's hit right where no one's at, into right field. So Caden Witten, because it was a hit and run scenario, the second baseman had to go and cover the bag at second. And Caden Witten hit it right where the second baseman usually is at. So great piece of hitting for Caden Witten.
Rocket.
And that'll bring up Tyler Crudo with 1 out.
Second base.
So here's Tyler Crudo with one out and runner in scoring position. And he swings and misses at the first pitch fastball. Like I was saying earlier with Hall, that's not going to go down as a stolen base, unfortunately for his standards, but it was a great hit from Caden Witten, puts another runner in scoring position. And if you're Tyler Crudo, that's the right guy you want to have in scoring position, because a base hit's going to most likely mean a run. So Crudo swings and misses. The count will be 0-2. Here's the pitch. That's off the plate.
Win it.
1-2 pitch. Hall on the ground and into right field for a base hit. Hall is going to get the stop sign at third, though, as a great throw coming in right towards the catcher. But that'll load the bases, and that ball almost hit Caden Witten. Caden Witten had to limpo out of the way of that. And here comes Max Garcia with the bases loaded.
He would have still got their advance, I think, there.
So here's Max Garcia with bases loaded and one out. And this one's hit into left field for a base hit. That'll drive in at least one, and it does, so it'll knock in Hall, and the bases remain loaded, and here comes Zach Goldenberg. It's 4-1 Mudcats. So here is Zach Goldenberg, the right man to have at the plate with bases loaded. Here's the pitch, and this one comes in. So the count will be 1-0.
Looks like Healdsburg playing corners in, middle back for the double play with one out. Be nice to see Goldberg get one through the infield here.
Goldenberg swings and misses.
There's that home run swing.
Yeah, and he has that stereotypical uppercut swing that a lot of the big power hitters in baseball nowadays have.
Aaron Judge.
It's a guy like Goldenberg, if he makes contact, it can go a long way. And he hits one into left center field. We'll see if this gets caught. It does. But tagging and coming in to score is Caden Witten, and that works just the same. That's an RBI sacrifice fly, and it's 5-1 Mudcats. So here is Derek Bartram. Runners at first and second. Bartram fouls one out of play. Straight back to the screen. 2 runs in here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Back kind of talking about what you were saying earlier, Jeff, about Max being one of the hottest hitters in the PEL. 435 batting average as Bartram pops one up in the infield. Coming in as the third baseman, calling everybody off. That'll end the inning. So I'll talk about him when we come back to this inning, or next inning. Top of the 6th coming up. It's 5-1 Mudcats.
DH.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Top of the 6th inning.
Martinez, the designated hitter.
Oh, Trevion Martinez will be the leadoff hitter in this inning, designated hitter for the Packers as he looks at a good curveball in there for strike one. 5-1 Mudcats. They scored 2 in the bottom of the 5th inning to extend their lead out. They lead by 4 now. This one misses high. Count will be 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That one misses up and away. Here's the 2-1. This one is hit into shallow right field. Coming in is Bartram, and he'll make the catch. 1 out.
Next up, third baseman number 2, Cade Campbell.
So they'll bring up Cade Campbell, right-handed hitter. Here's the first pitch from Navarrete, and curveball just misses off the inside corner. Like I was saying, that inside part of the plate today is just not being called for both sides. So here's the 1-0. This one is chopped foul over towards the Packers dugout.
Definitely, as a coach, you can appreciate an umpire who's consistent.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be a low ball umpire, in or out, maybe high. You definitely don't want 2 or 3 of those at once. If they're going to take one of those and stay consistent with it all day, both sides, most coaches are good with that.
And that one misses off the plate.
I know, like, I'll agree with that, Jeff. Like, I tell Ryan, like, every time we talk about the strike zone, I'll tell him, as a home plate umpire for Little League, I've had coaches come up to me and say, "Hey, you're doing a great job. Your strike zone's been consistent. I'm more of a low ball away kind of umpire." And coaches know that when they have me, they tell their kids, "Screwed up in the box. He's calling out. This guy likes to call outside." So I'll just agree with that. Like, you'll have umpires who I've worked with umpires who are all over the place, who called outside, high, very inside. That's one actually hit the kid, but still swung.
Next up,
And the tough part of that, as a coach,
Now
I can tell
also
my guys to
point.
adjust to a guy that's takes one of those. He's either low, inside or out.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell them to adjust to it. If an umpire is all over the place, very hard to adjust
Yeah,
to.
you don't know what to tell your kids. Like,
No.
just go up there and be confident and swing the bat.
Exactly.
So 1 out walk for Navarrete. And this one misses high. Here's the 1-0. And this one is hit into left field. Coming in is Mason Kelly, and he's underneath it. 2 outs.
Next up, catcher number 25, Tommy Brown.
So I'll bring up Tommy Brown. He kind of has the old school look to his uniform. He has the slightly oversized pants that with the high socks.
It reminds me of one player in mind. One major league player. I know there's a couple of players who do it as a tribute to him, but only on certain days. That's Jackie Robinson.
Yeah.
I know Jackie Robinson for a fact wears pants like that. Because if you look at Jackie Robinson Day throughout the years, especially with Jazz Chisholm in the league, every year on Jackie Robinson Day, he'll wear his pants like that. along with Andrew McCutcheon.
Here's the 0-1. That one misses off the plate. Yeah, Jazz Chisholm was the one player that came to mind because in the pinstripes, I just feel like it looks the best.
Yes.
But
Or in Dodgers.
yeah,
Unfortunately, Dodgers.
yeah.
That would also look good too, but.
Here's the 1-1. And he made contact with it. Wexler's throw to first, and they got him. What a play from Cruz Wexler. And that'll end the inning. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. The Mudcats coming up. It's 5-1. How,
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
welcome back to the broadcast. Bottom of the 6th inning. New pitcher on the mound for the Packers, Aiden Russell, as he fires in a first pitch fastball. First strike one to the leadoff hitter in the inning, Mason Kelly. Kelly's had a good day at the plate. 2 RBI double in his first at bat. And he lines one hard right at the first baseman, 1 out. And that's just baseball sometimes. But Mason Kelly, he's been one of the most dangerous hitters in the PEL this season. And loud contact always comes off of his at bat.
Let it play.
So here's Dante Coyote. And fouls one straight back to the screen. Carr running out there and messing with the home plate umpire.
The great assistant coaches do.
Here's the 0-1. And Coyote takes a curveball off the plate and in. Here's the 1-1. Coyote looks at look like a slider in the dirt. Count will be 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Coyote fouls one straight back. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And Coyote does a great job at holding back. Count will run full, 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Coyote hits one up the middle. Shortstop's got it. He's got to hurry, and he gets him. So nice play from the Packers infield, and there are 2 outs, and here comes Cruz Wexler. So with 2 outs, here comes Cruz Wexler.